see, I've been cycling. My bicycle is over there. Okay, I feel real good. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I had COVID, and obviously we had lockdown. So obviously I've lost my fitness levels, but it will return because I'm going to go cycling again tomorrow. And what, in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hopefully when I do videos, is do it in nature, and obviously cycle. I prefer cycling to driving, although the roads are a bit dangerous. However, if like myself, when you look at the likes of Candace Owens, Jessie Lee Peterson, Femi Butinash, and those kind of people, what's his name, Henry Clark, Sheriff Clark. Okay, when you look at those kind of people, Suella Braverman, and Putta Patel, and look at what they stand for, you become really embarrassed because you wonder how low can our people go? How low? How degrading? Do you remember when Kanye West wore that T-shirt saying "White Lives Matter"? Him and Candace Owen. You wouldn't get a Jewish person wearing a T-shirt saying that Germans' lives matter. Or a gay person wearing a shirt saying heterosexual lives matter. It's embarrassing when you look at the state, of the black race. But I want to tell you a story that's going to make you even more embarrassed. This is going back years ago, probably 15 years ago. And this black guy has his own business, doing, carpentry, glass cutting, etc. And I remembered when white customers would go into his shop, and he would make sure, if there's black people in his shop, he would make sure that he served the white customers first. And it was embarrassing because sometimes even the white customers would say, "Oh no, he was here first, or she was here first," pointing to the black person, and he was, "Oh no, I'll serve you. Never mind my people," And he gets really, really embarrassed because it gets really embarrassing because that kind of behavior could only come from us. Could only come from us, But he used to do it a lot. But what's interesting, he used to wear a T-shirt, saying British Bulldog. He was a real, a kind of white nationalist T-shirt. But this is a black guy who goes to church. His family goes to church. He was raised in church, I should say. Sorry, he stopped going. But his mother's a Christian, so his father. And I'm sure, no doubt, like most black people do, he'll end up back in church. No doubt, when black people leave church, because we're looking for sex, and as soon as we reach our 60s and 50s, then we start thinking about immortality or mortality, then we start to go back to church. What you're being conditioned with, you're going to end up, before you die, going back to it. Okay? And so this guy is reared in church, but yet this Christian background, his church background, did not prevent him from this mental illness. But the reason why this happens is because at the end of the day, if black people were supporting his business, if black people were was a majority, he would be telling the white people, "Oh, you wait." It's all about economics. It's all about keeping your customers happy, which is why it's important to support black business, or otherwise this will happen it'll happen indefinitely. But because obviously most of his customers, the big contractors, because he does go to people's houses and do double glazing, so because, obviously most of his customers, are white people, that's the reason why he was, quote unquote, behaving economically intelligent, because he knew where his bread was buttered on. You know, we side his bread as butter on. So he thought, you know something, let me shove the black people to the corner. They're not giving me any money. And you can see why Candace Owen, Jesse Lee Peterson, Femi Bujanos, you can see why they behave the way they do. They're following the money trail. And unless you have your own dollars, unless you have your own cash, your own serious money, you will forever be the bottle washer. You'll forever be low in the pecking order because they will be busy, serving other people before they serve you. It's all about following the money trail. It's all about following who's paying you better. And that's why Cynthia G changed. Cynthia G, when she first started, she was pro-black, etc. And then suddenly she became like a white supremacist, pretending she was frustrated with black culture. No, she was following the money trail. She was following who was paying her. It's all about money. I'm afraid that this guy, he acted in that same way. He knew he was putting money in his pocket, in his children's, school fund, college fund. He knew. And he thought, I better keep those people happy. So we've got to get our act together, because at the end of the day, as I says, we will end up the bottle washers for the rest of our lives.